Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Dentsu Beach House at Cannes. It's our great pleasure to have you all to the exciting session for their sports entertainment today. So this afternoon, we'd like to share some of the highlights about what we're pursuing in this exciting world of sports entertainment. So to begin with, I'd like to share some good news about us. Today is special for us because we just announced the news about our global expansion of Dentsu Sports Entertainment. Dentsu Sports Entertainment is our global and group-wide initiative to bring together our sports business and entertainment businesses operating around the world into the one umbrella. And under Dentsu Sports Entertainment, we are aiming to connect our incredible talents across the global teams to work closely together. And also, we're accelerating a deeper collaboration with entire Dentsu ecosystem like media, data and tech, creative, and experience in commerce as well, to create the truly integrated offer to our clients to bring to the value of their sports entertainment. To realize that, we have the strong pool of talents all over the world. Today, we have more than 1,200 experts in our organization who really understand what the sports and the entertainment are. So they understand the fun culture, or the lights business, or storytelling, or the media and technology around the sports entertainment. And of course, the importance of the brand partnership. So we are very much excited showcase the best work that we have done together with those super talents within our organization. And we also like to highlight on the amazing talents and leaders around here who made those amazing work real. So let me hand over to Jean for the rest of the session to lead this one.
Thank you, Issei-san. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Are we excited about the formal global expansion of sports and entertainment? We're very, very excited about this. I think Issei-san has talked about some of the strategic foundation, but clearly, this is something that Dentsu has secretly practiced and learned and innovate behind the scene for many, many years. And we're very excited that this is a really good moment when we're trying to deliver innovating to impact, how we bring culture and commerce closely together to really deliver that vision. So it's the first afternoon, and I think it's really the right moment for us to talk about sports and entertainment to kick this job, because how best would that be when we talk about the impact of culture to lead to that end-to-end experience transformation, and with all the interesting things that this group has to offer. So today I'm the moderator, and these will be people that sharing all the interesting stories on behalf of the 1,200 experts that we have around the world. And then we're actually building it to the more exciting future. So let's get straight to it, ladies and gentlemen. And I would first ask questions to the three leaders of our sports, entertainment, gaming global teams. To first introduce yourself, and then talk about one of the proudest moments you have this year. So, lady first.
Lovely. Thank you, Jean. Hi, I'm Cathy Boxall. I am the Global Head of Entertainment here at Dentsu. And I would say my proudest moment is we were able to announce earlier this year in April our partnership with Paramount Pictures for Angry Birds 3. So you might have seen the posters around and maybe seen some of the sizzle and the footage. I don't want to spoil it because there is going to be a whole panel on it shortly. With all the experts talking about it, but it's a really exciting moment for us because I think there's been a lot of sort of expertise coming out of Japan and our teams in Tokyo around film and the work they do there. But this is really the first time that our international business has done something like this, and it's a really big opportunity for our teams, and also to work with a great partner like Paramount, and also a great opportunity for our clients. So yeah, we're very excited about that one.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to the panel later. So, Brent.
Plug in the panel already. Cathy.
Yep.
Jeez. Brent Koning, I look after gaming for Dentsu. I have two proud moments. I'll share one of them. 2 years ago, we signed a deal with Roblox that was actually very formative for our entire company, for all of our clients. Roblox is one of the fastest growing, best performing video game platforms, and we're an inaugural member in the Roblox partner program. So it was a big one. It also was a first for Dentsu and how we partner with the publisher to try and better and bring new opportunities into the network. So I think that's my biggest one.
Thank you, Brent. Matt.
Hi, everyone. Matt Manning, Global President of Dentsu Sports International. I got a couple of things. The expansion, obviously, is from a global perspective that we've made into the Middle East, with Riyadh as our new HQ for MENA, and being in Qatar, and now being in Dubai as well as our continued expansion across Asia, Southeast Asia as well. That's been huge for us. And just from a straight deal-making perspective, we did 2 of the biggest team deals in Formula One in the past year. We did Cash App Visa with Red Bull, and we did IBM with Ferrari. We're currently working with FIFA on the Club World Cup, and we just finished Champions League whole season, and we are now the #1 agency with the NFL with more partners than anyone else. So, a few things.
Wow. Thank you, and thank all of you for sharing the proudest moment. Now, I'm going to direct the question to Issei-san, because the launch of sports and entertainment built on our strong heritage and learning from Japan. So, everybody is asking us this question: what's the secret behind the success of sports and entertainment in Japan that you think taking that learning will be able to actually help the global expansion of sports and entertainment?
Yes, thank you for the question. And I somehow hesitate to speak about the secret in public, but there may be some kind of the highlights of that. So there may be some light person out there to really doing the sports entertainment business out there, but they are representing them. There may be some aspect for our success. Obviously, relationship between clients and the rights owners is a key asset for us to be successful in this market. But in order to build that kind of a relationship, we kind of build a set of the capability among us. So one is the level or quality of the solution that we provide to the clients. We call it a content solution or something. And also, we are facing with the rights holder or the IP owners, and our ability to help them grow their IP or contents is another key aspect for our success. And those are backed by our investment. And investment is a key kind of a driver to promote our businesses in Japan. So they are over like 40 years or 50 years, we made a lot of investment, and we built kind of the methodology about the investment in this space. So there's kind of the checking process or the monitoring process, which is quite unique to the agency. So the combination of the solution, growth, and the investment is a key cycle of our success. That's my opinion.
Thank you, Issei-san. I think this 40, 50 years of experience really being on innovating the content solution, the growth methodology, and also the investment to make sure that Dentsu has skin in the game is really an important component for the launch of this. So I'm gonna ask the next question to, I think, Cathy and Matt. So Sports and entertainment are huge industries, right? So what are some of the hidden trends that you've seen as practitioners that you think brands may be missing out right now? Whoever.
The one that I'm really looking at very closely at the moment is the development of IP. And what I mean by that is the number of leagues, startup leagues that are heavily backed, that are starting even in the past year or two, is fairly prolific. And then if you look at also the number of established leagues that are looking to expand their IP in different parts of the world, setting up new leagues in Europe and utilizing their name, we're going to see a run of that in the next 2-3 years. So I think for brands, it's very interesting because from a startup league standpoint, you get the opportunity with risk, but to go in at a lower price point, but something very different, something that is clearly filling a void, mainly in Gen Z or the younger demographic. So I think how IP continues to develop is going to be really interesting, and the role that brands can play with that, they have a lot more choice moving forward, which is going to be great.
This is great because I think picking on that part, that's the reason why sports analytics is so important in the decision making to drive strategy, and that know-how will actually help clients to actually drive better outcome. Entertainment.
Definitely. Well, I was going to talk about sports as well, because I think sports is a really big trend still in entertainment. And I think for brands who want to target that fandom, there's a really interesting opportunity in entertainment, whether it's partnering with big sporting films or TV shows. So we've recently done a big partnership through our team in Los Angeles with the Formula One movie with Brad Pitt for one of our clients, Take 5. We've also been creating original sports documentaries. That's a really big trend, which I think we've got some thought leadership coming out quite shortly on that. But yeah, we've done a big documentary that's on Fox and Fox Sports at the moment and just about to go on to Tubi for P&G, which is all about the NFL. So I think that's an interesting trend. And the other thing is I've been doing some of the judging for Cannes this year. And one thing I've really noticed is there's much more humor and fun in the branded content that is coming through. And I think this year is the first year that can actually put a whole category around humor and kind of good use of humor. So that's definitely something we're seeing. And I don't know if you saw on the sizzle, but again, our team have done a really great partnership with Happy Gilmore, the Adam Sandler movie for Subway, which is brilliant, and bringing together those two worlds of kind of sports and humor. It's a really nice opportunity for brands.
Thank you. I think the sports and entertainment is really converging more and more closely together, and the connectivity there is the fundamental opportunity for clients. Brent, gaming is things that a lot of clients are really, really, really interested about. Where do you see as the first step if somebody is interested in leveraging gaming? What should they do?
Well, it really depends on the brand and the goals. Like it very similar to traditional marketing. You really have to set the objectives. The operations of it actually is fundamentally where clients need to start. You need to actually budget for it. It needs to be out of an innovation budget. It needs to be in a direct budget as part of your marketing mix. Because if you don't, then it's easily cut. And so when times get tough, you have an integrated plan in your like go to market, you're not going to be able to cut it. You can reduce it, but you can't cut it outright. And so like we have been encouraging brands to have a playbook, have a strategy. Sometimes your strategy can be we're not going to have a gaming strategy, and that's fine. But you actually just need to be very deliberate and purposeful about it. And then obviously we work at an agency, but I think you need to get outside help sometimes. So hiring agencies to go and help place you in these different opportunities is something you can't really get. I mean, like the Happy Gilmore thing is a great example.
Yep.
Somebody would have a really hard time getting their way into working on a picture. They don't even know where to go.
Yeah.
And so I think with gaming, like what we're trying to do is have the right relationships in place with Riot Games and Sony and Microsoft and Roblox and Fortnite so that we can go and just kind of walk them in the door. But you said convergence earlier, like we were just talking about, like football teams are calling saying, the league won't let us do this. We want our own Roblox game, right? And so you have a football team where they want to extend their brand so that they have own IP that they can go and monetize after, because their rights are really restricted when it comes to like the Premier League. So it's convergence is the key theme for sure.
And I think this speaks really connected to Dentsu's integration vision of we believe in transversal thoughts rather than putting things in a silo box, because that's not going to give us the multiplier effect for the growth solutions. Cathy, anything you sort of can add on the entertainment side? How do people start?
Yes, I would echo a lot of what Brent just said. It's very similar. I think the convergence is interesting. The changes that are going on in the entertainment industry at the moment, there's a lot of convergence, there's a lot of change amongst the platforms, and it can be quite challenging, but then it also opens up really interesting opportunities for brands. So a lot of the producers, the talent, the studios are really now open to quite new and innovative ways of financing entertainment, and that creates a really interesting opportunity, but it can be quite complex and quite complicated, and it does change, on an almost hourly basis at the moment. So I think, to echo Brent's point, it is really important to have these expert teams who can help you, whether it's the team in Tokyo or any of the teams here or our team in Los Angeles. They're kind of here on the ground to help you, our brand clients, understand how to navigate through all of that.
Right. So you're all industry leaders, and you've been immersed in this business for many, many years. I want to ask each one of you to share briefly what are the things that you're most excited about coming from what's next? What is the next in this industry and the trends that you see as the most exciting component? I may suggest to start from Issei-san to share some of your thoughts, and then.
Yes, thank you. Maybe first of all, as a team member said, leaders said, convergence between or among the sports, entertainment, gaming is quite challenging and but exciting opportunity for us. And having those specialists in each vertical is quite strength for us to promote that kind of the new movement of convergence of the contents. Also, one thing I'm excited about is if we really seeing what's happening in Roblox is that there's a real burst of the creator economy is happening. So they're kind of also like in the past in Japan, for example, the author of the manga is the key source of the contents. But they young teenage programmer can be author of the hit contents or a list of the involve the enthusiastic fun around him, and then that would be accelerated by some influencer around them. So the ecosystem for the hit mechanism or creating hit is changing. Then we should follow that move and then create some new business model that fits with the new ecosystem of the contents. That's our challenge, and excited about that.
Thank you, Issei-san. Matt?
I'm curious as to where women's sports goes from here, because it's no longer a nice to have, it's a must have, it's a mainstay now. But I think as we see this, we're also seeing Gen Zers like flip through with complete fluidity through sports, through genders that are playing sport, through formats, through platforms. And I don't think that rights holders are doing they're not evolving at the speed that fans are in terms of how they're engaging with women's sports. They're still marketing a women's and a men's football team in totally different ways. And I think moving forward, you just got to look at the eyeballs and the money being invested and the brands getting involved. I think it has to be looked at as a single identity. Tennis has done a terrific job in that aspect. But I think that rights holders have got to keep pace with fan demand. And I think women's sports has only just started. I think it's going to be a rocket ship for the next 5 years. But rights holders have to respond quickly and in the right way.
I think it's very interesting. I totally agree. I think you're going to see games as well start to represent that as well, because you don't, like, you see what EA has done with the former FIFA game. Like, you can now play with men and women on the same pitch. Like, it will just continue to evolve. I think when I look at like what's next, it's never been more expensive to make a good game, but it's also never been easier to just make a game. And so big, huge AAA games cost hundreds of millions of dollars for publishers. And so, but then you can go into Roblox and, 10, like 18-year-olds are making some of the biggest games out there. So you have this weird dichotomy, but what it's done is it's opened up commercial models, and it's what we're talking about in film. So you now have brands paying agencies to go and create experiences to help like them stretch their brand. And so very similar to the wave that sports rights have had, over the past 10, 20 years, you're going to see this massive influx of cash coming in the gaming space. And yeah, it's pretty wild.
Cathy, any last words?
I'll probably get bundled off the stage for saying this, but I would say the biggest single event of the next 2 years in the entertainment industry will be the theatrical release of Angry Birds 3.
Well, we're all looking forward to that. And so thank you. This is really an interesting conversation. I know that we can go on forever, but we do have a lot of interesting panel following this, because this afternoon is dedicated to sports and entertainment, and our ambition to help our client to differentiate in the algorithm era, to bring commerce and culture together and create that differentiating effect. So thank you, my panelists, and look forward to the next session, which is also very impactful. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.